Drive time back at it again. I already know I'm about to get stuck in traffic because there's a bunch of construction in my neighborhood. So, perfect time for me to touch on this whole thing with Roblox. One of my favorite quotes is Maya Angelou. If a person shows you who they are, believe them. And I don't need these. Roblox is pretty much letting you know what type of time they are. One of the things I always tell people is pay attention to what people align themselves with and what they reject. And especially when money is involved. Because a person that really lets you know how important something is if money is at stake. For example, you can have a person who say that they all stand on all these principles and whatever's, and then the second that it's going to cost them their money, they fold on it. Means it wasn't really about them, and they weren't really about it in the first place. An example is I've had to explain to people that I've passed on money in the past because I refuse to compromise my morals. Most notably, a lot of my mentors in dance were very well known. And because of that, they were pretty pricey. And people would come to me knowing that they trained me and try to get me to teach for them because they knew they were going to get really close to what that other person offered, but at a much lesser price point. And people were shocked when I would say, absolutely not. I would say, that person is still around. Go to them if you want what they have, what they offer. And I mean, this started as early as 16. I had full-grown people coming up asking me to teach, offering me private lessons, like offering to pay me for private lessons. And again, that's at a 16-year-old in the late 90s, where minimum wage was around $7, and the most anybody in my age range was making was maybe $9 an hour, and people was offering me $50+ an hour at the high end, and then like $20-30 on the low end. But my morals I don't rock like that. I don't cross people, and I've never have. And all the people who I did that for, they still hold a high respect for me as I do for them. Saying all that to say, Roblox is wilding. They are having predators get caught on their platform and doing nothing while banning and threatening the people catching the predators. Now, I did see a video where somebody said, well, technically, the ban could have came from because he was broken one of their terms of service. Listen, so what? That don't matter. He could have broke 10 terms of service. There's no way they should have banned somebody who broke a terms of service for the cause of protecting children from predators. And this is how you know Roblox is foul. Because if they're more concerned about you breaking the terms of service to get people to go on another platform than they are about predators shopping for kids, they should have been hiring this dude. They should have been putting him on the payroll and telling him to continue to purge their platform of this stuff. But they didn't, and they won't, because that's what they're about. And it just took this long for people to figure out. I have always been sketchy about Roblox. My oldest used to rock around with Roblox a little bit about 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago or so. And it always just seemed off. It just seemed off to me. Like it was something about it that I just didn't get a good vibe from it. Me and my wife, we never really liked it. We was real strict in limiting it. I got a brother who's got kids that are younger, and I had like picked his brain about it because he's in tech, like as far as career stuff. And he was even saying like it just never seemed right to us. And now you know. This platform is getting rid of the people who's purging the predators and basically, I won't say protecting the predators, but basically doing nothing about them. So, just to put this in scaled down context, because I like to scale stuff down to make it really, really, really make sense. This is like saying you get a job, or not even you get a job. You go and you frequently go to the same McDonald's, and you start noticing that people come out of McDonald's with the bubble guts, and you start to pay attention that it always seems to happen on certain days during certain shifts when people order milkshakes. So you grab a milkshake and you take it home and you test it, and you find out it's been laced with Miralax. And you find out that it happens every time that the certain employee is working. And you go to the management of McDonald's and say, hey, I've been tracking this for a month. Every Thursday between 5 and 9, if people order milkshakes, they go home with the bubble guts, and I found out that it's Miralax in these shakes. And so I've been telling people not to order shakes during this time just to protect them from their health. Here's all the evidence that I collected over a month. And McDonald's turn around and say, you are never allowed in here again. Who do you think they trying to protect? The customers or the employee that's doing it? That's what Roblox is doing. Because that's the time they was on from the jump, and we just now finding out about it.